Okay, cool. So let's talk about some mountain hazards to consider when choosing what line to ski. So working our way from the bottom to the top, the first thing we have is a glacier. So in that we're going to have crevasses, then bergschrunds. Then we get into the steep slope. Depending on how the slope angle is, how much snow there is, maybe we'll encounter ice. And then looking at overhead hazard, we have an ice fall, right? Could generate some ice chunks coming down or trigger an avalanche, and then rocks above our head that could potentially knock out rocks and come hit us, particularly when you have a rock slope like that with snow on it. On an extraordinarily hot day like today, it could melt and generate rockfall. So for our line today, we have basically three options. We have the ice fall, we have line 1, and then line 2 here. So in our case, the right-hand line is the safest, as there's very little overhead hazard. There's a bit of rock, but not much, right? Nothing that's overhanging. There's no cornices. Even where the rock is, there's no snow on the rock to melt out and potentially pop things out. And then the bergschrund here, right? You can see it's really small. It's generally filled in, so crossing it will be easy. And if someone, for whatever reason, fell down, you're not going to get eaten by the bergschrund. Where if we go to the left here, big open bergschrund, a steeper slope, not a ton overhead hazard, but we have this big rock buttress to the left that potentially could generate something. Again, it's a really hot day, and so being under rocks is not an ideal place to be. So we've identified the hazards, and then, you know, every day being out in the mountains, it's really important that we weigh the quality of the ski line for the hazards that we have to encounter to do it. So in this case, we can ski just as good of a line and eliminate pretty much all of the hazards.